With Indiana's primary now behind us, education advocates are looking ahead to the November general election.
That's when they say up to 100 school districts all across the state of Indiana may be asking voters for more money. Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker is here with the latest on this.
Hi guys. Yeah, education advocates say Indiana schools could be looking at a lot less funding. An issue they say is in part due to that property tax reform that lawmakers passed last year. Because of that, some school corporations could decide to turn to voters for help.
This is the countdown, right down to the second before Election Day, November 2026. A countdown the Mississinewa Community School Corporation has at the top of its webpage. That's because it shows the time left before voters who live in that school corporation will have the chance to answer a question on their ballot in November. That question, whether or not they're willing to see their property taxes go up to give the school district more money. Education advocates say Mississinewa School Corporation isn't the only one considering asking its residents a similar question.
They're already obviously talking about it. They're already working out what they're going to have to ask their community.
The Indiana Coalition for Public Education, a volunteer, nonpartisan nonprofit, says they sent out a survey to public schools across Indiana to gauge the impact of property tax reform on public schools.
99% of those that responded to us say it's going to hurt them and is already starting to hurt them.
Property taxes help fund public schools. 2 years ago, Indiana lawmakers passed property tax reform. Supporters argued Hoosier taxpayers needed relief from soaring property tax bills and rising assessments, saying schools, some with declining enrollment, needed to better manage their spending.
You can't cut taxes and not replace it with something without it harming our public schools.
According to the ICPE, they're expecting up to 100 public school districts across Indiana to have a property tax referendum on the ballot in November. If voters answer no, Mississinewa's school superintendent doesn't pull any punches, saying clearly on the corporation's website, quote, "Without additional support, we face difficult decisions that may compromise the quality of education, limit program offerings, or require reductions in staff and services."
In Indiana, the local school board decides whether to place a school property tax referendum on the ballot, and the board votes during a public meeting to approve that referendum question, and they figure out how much money the district wants to raise, how long the tax would last, and what the money ultimately would be used for, like operations, teacher pay, transportation, safety upgrades, or construction. So a lot of things for them to consider.
Yeah. And it's a lot for these districts to do to try and explain to voters why specifically they need the money.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Emily, thank you.